Women, I need to say this, and it's from the bottom of my heart. Focus on you. Focus on building for you. Focus on your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, repairing this yourself from the trauma, from the brokenness, from the abandonment, from the rejection. Focus on you in this season. It is time for you to just get to know you. What are your favorite things? What is your favorite vacation destination? Why is it your favorite vacation destination? What is your favorite brand of shoes? Have you ever gone and learned a new dance? Have you wanted to learn ballroom dancing or salsa? Have you wanted to learn how to sew or to knit? Have you ever wanted to learn how to rebuild a carburetor? I don't know. Is there anything that you wanted to do in this season or in previous seasons that you weren't able to do because you were restricted by the rules of a relationship? And I'm not saying restricted as if it's such a terrible thing, but when you're in a relationship, you are restricted, and there are certain things that you cannot do, and certain freedoms that you give up when you're in a relationship. So in your single season, what are you looking to do, learn, build? Are there any new skills that you want to learn? Is there anything that you said, I want to try that? I'm encouraging you in your single season, if you're single and in the season of waiting to be found and to be chosen, then find some things to do to fill your time that's going to edify you, that is going to improve you, improve your skills, improve your employability. Have you ever wanted to start a resume writing business? I don't, only God knows the things that you want to do. And I find that sometimes we can get really consumed, or a lot of times women can get really consumed with waiting on or looking for or in eager anticipation of the husband that we know that we're going to have. But in the season of waiting, what are you working on? Are you serving? Are you, are you volunteering at a nonprofit? Are you volunteering at a school? Are you learning the things that you like and that you don't like about yourself so that you can speak clearly to those things? Are you in a season of self-reflection where you can look at yourself, your actions, and your behavior patterns in past relationships and say, I don't want to bring that into this new relationship, so I'm going to map that out. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to work through that. I'm going to make sure that I'm not triggered by my past traumas when my husband does come, or when my future husband does come. What kind of internal work can you do on yourself to build you so that you are prepared not only just to be your best self, but you are prepared to be the best partner, and you know who you are before comes along. And you also know your favorite things, your favorite restaurant, your favorite places to go, your favorite things to do, your favorite movies, your favorite plays, your favorite foods, your favorite food groups, your favorite foods to cook. If you don't like to cook, what are your favorite things that you like to eat? You just have to know yourself before you expect someone else to know you. And this is the other thing that I'm going to say, and I do not want you all to be offended. If you know that when you look in the mirror, you don't recognize the person that you see looking back at you, and you know that you've gained weight, and it's hard for you to accept you, get into the gym, because you can't accept him to accept a version of you that is hard for you to see and receive. This is no shade, because I am also in a season of, I am in the gym. I am working on myself. In my mid 40s, I transitioned to, I didn't even know who I was. I woke up one day and I did not know who was looking back at me. And that was problematic for me because that's never been a thing. I've always been in pretty good shape for the most. I've always had a really good workout plan. I've always had the discipline to work out, to eat well, to stay in motion. But in my mid 40s with perimenopause, things just started happening, and I woke up in what felt like a body that wasn't mine. And I said all that to say, as I minister to you, I'm ministering to myself, because as I am in a season of singlehood, as I am in a season of knowing that God is sending my purpose partner and the man that he is sending me to build a legendary legacy with, there are things that the Lord and the Holy Spirit has been prompting me to do, has been prompting me to work on. And if I'm being completely honest, in my years of being single, the Lord has had me doing so much work. I've started successful businesses. I've been able to coach and mentor other people's business, in their business. I've been able to help them launch and scale and grow their businesses. I've been able to achieve multiple degrees, multiple certificates. I'm operating as a real estate agent. I have a project management agency. I have a nonprofit foundation. So just understand that in my single season, the Lord has been putting me to work and making me fulfill the destiny and the purpose that he has placed on the inside of me. And so I challenge you today. and ask you, what has the Lord given you to do? What are some things that you know that God is telling you that you need to work on, that you need to prepare within yourself, and then for your future spouse? What are some things that you have been putting off, that you have just been sitting and waiting and saying, when I get a spouse or when I get a mate, then I'll do that? There are some things that you can do right now while you wait. There are some things that you can know about yourself and learn about yourself. There are some traumas and some self-reflection there are some traumas that you can release. There are some self-reflection that you can do to learn what your traumas, what your triggers are, what things that you don't need to say to your partner. There's this song by Lee Vassy, and it's called Teach Me How to Understand This Man. I don't want my pride to ruin what you plan. And I really want you guys to really listen to that song, because women, sometimes we do operate in a spirit of pride. And that spirit of pride that we operate in, or the spirit of know-it-all, or the spirit of self-righteousness that we need to really be aware of when it comes to dealing with men in relationships and growing relationships, there are things that we actually can do to trigger that man, to turn him off, to cause him to act indifferently, or to cause him to put space in between us. And I'm not saying you have to walk on eggshells as you're building a life with a partner, but you do have to be aware of your past mistakes, of your past traumas, of your rejection, of your abandonment issues, of your mouth, of your weight, of your eating habits, of your eating out of emotions, of whatever it is. If you're lazy, whatever it is, be aware of those things and be self-aware and work through them and build yourself in your according to what God says for you to do, according to what's in your destiny and your purpose. Take the time to find out what those things are. I know a lot of women want husbands, but there is work that God is bringing us to bring out our purpose and our destiny and our single season, so that you will be a better wife, so that you will be a better husband for your mate when you meet them. I hope this helps somebody to not learn how to fill your time with other things to do, and learn who you are, learn what you like, what you don't like, learn how to speak, learn how to be silent, because that's sometimes what a lot of wives don't know, how to be quiet, and being quiet is actually a ministry. The ministry of be quiet is a real thing. So learn those things, work on you. What are some things that you know you've done in past relationships, and almost every person you were in a relationship with said, I don't like when you do that. Yet you continue to say, this is just who I am. No, let the Holy Spirit heal that broken part in you that that makes you think that he should just accept, oh, this is just how I am, but you want him to come to you perfectly packaged. I hope this helps, and I pray that you guys live the most abundantly blessed life in the rain.